Hello friends, today again we will discuss on life cycle of Plasmodium vivax. I am Dr. Sudhir Kochade. Again I welcome you all and hope you are enjoying all online classes, and today I am uploading this video. In last lecture we were actually talking about life cycle of Plasmodium vivax. We started with this lecture actually, and just introductory idea we have already discussed, but today in detail we are going to talk about life cycle of Plasmodium vivax. Friends, Plasmodium, it is nothing but a protozoan parasite. We know this parasite is responsible for causing malaria, and which is disastrous disease. We know many deaths in each year occurs due to malaria. Plasmodium, whose work is to infect red blood corpuscles, as this Plasmodium needs food. This food is taken from the red blood corpuscles of human being. Certain birds and certain reptiles also infected by this species of Plasmodium. As far as occurrence of this Plasmodium is concerned, it occurs worldwide, but in the tropical, in the temperate zones, its prevalence is more. They are more prone to infection. About classification, actually this is discussed by us earlier. We know we have already discussed about classification, and 4 species of Plasmodium. These are vivax. Vivax is a very common species. Plasmodium falciparum, which is a disastrous one because this causes maximum death in each year, and basically it is endemic to certain zones of India and certain tropical regions. Plasmodium malariae and oval, these are 4 species of Plasmodium. Here we know about Plasmodium. Plasmodium is responsible for causing malaria, as malaria is due to infection of the species of Plasmodium, but vector for this is nothing but a mosquito. Malaria is a mosquito-borne infectious disease, and this is due to a Plasmodium species. If we see the characteristic features of malaria, then you can come to know that this malaria is characterized by a cold and a temperature, that is body temperature, shaking of body, chills, fever, sweating, and anemic type of condition can be felt by that human being or a suffering one. As far as infection of this Plasmodium is concerned, it affects more than 500 million, and each year it kills more than 1 million people. Just I said that it is endemic in the tropical, subtropical regions, certain temperate region, just like sub-Saharan Africa, Asia and Latin America, where we can see its prevalence. In India, 1.5 to 2 million cases and near about 1000 malarial deaths are reported annually. As far as suffering people are concerned, poor tribal people and people who are residing in the hilly and inaccessible areas, which are lag behind healthcare facilities, they are more prone for the infection of this malaria. Now causative agent, just 4 species we have discussed, that is vivax, falciparum, malariae and oval, and these causes benign tertian malaria. This is characteristic feature of Plasmodium vivax. Vivax is a common species. Malignant tertian pernicious malaria, this is characteristic feature of falciparum, and falciparum is most fatal basically. Malaria, as far as concerned, it results to cotton malaria. Oval, that is responsible for oval tertian malaria. See, This is nothing but female Anopheles mosquito, a vector for transmitting this Plasmodium species. Female Anopheles mosquito is responsible to transmit the Plasmodium in human being in the intermediate host. Basically, it is called as a digenetic. It needs two hosts to complete its life cycle. One host, that is vertebrate human beings, where asexual reproduction is carried out. Another one is the insect, which is blood sucking insect, female Anopheles mosquito, which again is called as a definitive host because here sexual reproduction carried out takes place. These are the two hosts. See the differences. One is vertebrate, another one is invertebrate. Human being and a mosquito are responsible for the growth and multiplication of this Plasmodium. Sporozoite is the infective stage. The infective stage for the mosquito is gametocytes, because from human being, when again mosquito comes and sucks the blood, it takes blood, and with that blood again it takes gametocytes. In intermediate host, that is in the human being, first infection, when it enters in the bloodstream with the bite of mosquito, it causes infection to the liver. 6 to 14 days, these are nothing but required for where asexual reproduction is carried out in the liver. Then blood stage, that is erythrocytic stage, near about 48 to 72 hours. These are the required time in the intermediate host to show its symptoms, and the incubation period is near about 21 days. Incubation period is a period where first symptom of disease come out, can be observed, can be seen. That period is called as incubation period. Life cycle of Plasmodium vivax we have to discuss in detail. As far as Plasmodium vivax is concerned, life cycle is divided into three stages. One is exoerythrocytic stage. Yes, it takes place because when mosquito bites, it releases sporozoite into the bloodstream. It travels for half an hour in the bloodstream. Then it reaches towards liver of man, and here it first of all infects, show infection to the liver of a man, and this stage is called as exoerythrocytic stage, which can be observed in the liver of man. Second one is the erythrocytic stage. After completion of a few asexual reproductive stages in the liver, it comes and infects to the erythrocytes, that is red blood corpuscles of the man, because hemoglobin is required for the purpose of feeding of that Plasmodium. Hemoglobin is used as a food, and it infects red blood corpuscles because hemoglobin is a very important content, and without which it is impossible for red blood corpuscles to carry oxygen molecules and supply it to each part, each cell of a body. Second stage, that is nothing but erythrocytic stage in red blood corpuscles of a man. Third stage, which is taken place in mosquitoes, that is female Anopheles mosquito, and that stage it is called as a sporogonic stage. See, this is life cycle of Plasmodium vivax, how malaria is caused. Now you can see this cursor. Here comes the mosquito. It bites to the human being and it releases a infective form, and that form is nothing but sporozoite. After entry of this sporozoite into the bloodstream of human being, it travels in the body, in the bloodstream, then it come towards liver of human being, then from liver to RBCs, then in the RBCs it again complete its asexual reproduction, then again with the bite of mosquito, this gametocytes which are formed. These gametocytes are formed in the red blood corpuscle. Here you can observe this is exoerythrocytic stage. This is erythrocytic stage. In erythrocytic stage, gametocytes are formed, and these gametocytes, when again there is bite of mosquito, these are taken, and then here in the mosquito sexual cycle starts. We will discuss in detail each stages, that is exoerythrocytic stage, erythrocytic stage, and sporogony in the mosquito. Let us have a complete discussion over the life cycle. First of all, we will be discussing about a sexual cycle which taken place in the human being, which taken place in the liver, which taken place in the red blood corpuscles. See, in this life cycle of Plasmodium vivax, what is happening? First of all, female Anopheles mosquito, which is responsible for carrying this Plasmodium species, this is carried. When there is bite to the human being, it comes and it bites to the human being, and with the bite of this mosquito, it releases a sporozoid. It travels for half an hour in the body of human being, and then it moves towards the hepatic cells, that is liver cells, and it invades, it infects liver. It uses liver cell material as a food material, and there it perform its initial asexual reproductive stages. Then after completion of few stages, it moves towards erythrocyte, it moves towards red blood corpuscles, and then it invades red blood corpuscles and completes again few divisions of asexual reproduction. When it undergoes different divisions, we will discuss all divisions. These divisions gives rise to two different structure, and these structure are called as gametocytes, called as male gametocyte and a female gametocyte, depend on different size of that gametocyte. Life cycle of Plasmodium vivax is concerned. See here in the diagram, you can observe sexual cycle in mosquito. See here, this is sexual cycle in mosquito, and here you can observe a sexual cycle which is completed in the intermediate host, that is human being. Here is a sexual cycle. Here you can observe exoerythrocytic stage, here erythrocytic stage, and here you can see sexual cycle which is observed in mosquito. Just we have discussed that three stages: exoerythrocytic, erythrocytic, and sporogonic stage. In next video, you will be observing all three stages in detail.